Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals and welcome to 30 minutes of my day. My desk, yes, guess what? It's a mess again. That's okay. I've been really enjoying doing some collaging. I hope the shadow is not too bad. I have lights going. It's quite overcast. We've had quite a bit of snow. And although it's not snowing right now, it's still, the clouds are still over top and it's still threatening us. So now I heard my phone go here, so let me just take a peek here. Oh, that's okay. All right. So I am working on, I'm still working on the signatures for Miss Tallulah here, so that she can have her innards put in. And I just felt like collaging. So this, lately many of my journals have been going, nearly naked, and this one, I'm not sure how many tags will be going with her, but certainly there's collaging in here. I put this beautiful little collage strip down there and sewed it on. Then I did a little collaging here. This is vintage wrapping paper back here. And then this young lady here is from the text block of the original book. So I'm thinking maybe I will collage, maybe do a tiny little collage in each signature. So I had fun with this one. There's some vintage wrapping paper down this side and the other side. Where is it? There. So I just I tore it, folded it in half, and then glued it down because this particular page wasn't as wide as the actual text block. So that gave me a little bit of room to actually bring it out a bit. And it looks pretty. It's a very pretty old vintage paper. Then I had a fussy cut here, so I added that on. And then a little bit of a little lace collage here with some buttons and a ticket and another ticket. This one's from England, from Dave. Hi, Dave, over in England. And I like the way that's sticking out. And I'm thinking I'm enjoying sticking things out. You'll see here, there's also things sticking out. I found a few things. I went through my bins of little bits and bobs, and I just sort of picked out some things that I thought I might enjoy putting in to this journal. So, and this is a little tuck spot right here in a way. It lengthened the flip out, but I also didn't glue it completely down. So it's also a little tuck spot. So I don't know whether these are going to stay there. I do that sometimes just to remind myself that it's a tuck spot. But I have a bunch of these tiny little cards, and I forget where I got them from. When you buy thrift store, goodie grab bags, they could have been there. I don't think they were in Happy Mail, and if they were in Happy Mail, my apologies for not recalling. I'm terribly sorry. But anyhow, so I have a few of these little things like this. I think these were in with some, I think they were the cover on a book of scrapbook paper. I think. I don't know. I can't. I don't know, so I shouldn't tear myself apart trying to remember. Now I want to have some fun with some more tickets, simply because since there is since there's an actress on the front, you know, maybe the person who has this as their junk journal loves going to the theater and to little shows in town, you know, or the ladies auxiliary is putting on something and you get your little ticket, and she likes to save them and tuck them in here and there. So that's what I'm sort of imagining in my head. I did another collage here with a photo from the original text block, and again one of these gorgeous flowers from out of that book that I have. I'm really enjoying the flowers in that book, and I forgot I had the book, so I'm glad I remembered. And just some little things. What I'm doing is I'm trying my best to just do the collages on the pages that are from the actual text block. And that's the nice thing about when you have a page like this and you think, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, if you want to use it for writing on, then cover it with tissue, glue down some tissue, glue down some pattern paper, you know, from a sewing pattern, you know, that thin brown paper, glue that down, glue down the kind of tissue that you would have wrapped your presents in. You know, we stuff them in the top of bags now to make them look pretty. Just glue it down and you can write on top, or glue down some lined paper right on top. And then you'll have a journaling spot if you want to be able to write. You know, for example, this paper, I could simply glue this right down on top of that, and there I've created myself a place to write a journal entry, or else make use of it, as I have here, to do a collage. So I have, you saw probably on my Instagram, I did this collage. I had fun. I borrowed the little technique that I've learned from Kelly to enjoy playing with charcoal pencil. And I learned that I got this little kit. Hold on, let me lean over. This little kit of the silicone makeup brushes, and the small one makes for a good, I was able to just go along here and rub and blend the charcoal with this silicone brush and then just wash it clean. So that's cool in case you don't want to use your fingers. Sometimes your fingers are the best way to get in there and just really give it a good rub, I've since learned. And I've also learned, because when I tried to go in to her armhole area here, and you can see there's some of the print coming through because I cut that out with a blade, and I wanted it to show. And by the time I charcoaled and then I smudged, the whole thing was black. So I did something. I got my soft eraser and I just went in and I just touched up the center, and your soft eraser will remove the charcoal, the smudge of the charcoal. And now you can see the little words in there again. And then when you're done, and here's a little secret that I often use, especially when I'm watercolor painting, and that a light spray of hairspray will seal that down. Hairspray it's just glue for your hair, in case you were wondering, and it makes a great light sealant. You don't need to use a heavy duty hairspray, just a light one, and just sort of go over, and you're done. So I have that one. Now, did I do one in here? I can't recall. Maybe not. I should be keeping track so that I don't have to sort through these every time. Nope. Let's see if there's one in number 5. Wedding bells. Oh, I might have to have fun with that one. So I'm enjoying playing with these before I sew them together. Then it gets harder. So especially if you've got lace along the edge that you want sewn on, do that before you sew your block together. But make sure you press your papers first and then sew your laces on, because you won't get a good pressing. The lace bulks up the one side. So if you really want your papers nicely pressed, they go into the paper press overnight, bring them out, and then do all your happy sewing, and you'll get a nice result. Nope. I know I did one more. I thought I did one more. Maybe I'm imagining it. Life has been hectic lately. Let's see. No. Oh, there's a tiny little collage right there. And that's actually a tuck spot as well. Come on. So that's also a tuck spot. And I used up, that was the last little tiny bit of that collage strip that I created. So I thought that nothing got wasted with that one, boy. So I need to find something relaxing to just work on in front of the TV maybe tonight and get some more. Oh, this is what I did. Okay, I knew I did something else. I did end up, the other day I said that I was going to put this onto just some light cardstock, not heavy cardstock, and create a pocket out of it. It's a fruit tinned fruit label for I guess the SC Teats company. I got that in some Happy Mail from my crush, and so I made it into a tuck spot, and it's right near the back, which I love having. I love having a big tuck spot near the front and near the back. So that's a great one for the back, and I love how it looks, that it's just very simple and boom, right there. So I'm very happy with that. So now here I was in a predicament last night. Oh, let me move you on top of old Smokey. I was in a predicament last night, and I had to make a decision because I'm very happy with my paper choices here. And but I had forgotten that there were color plates in this text block, and I really want to make use of them. And so at first I was thinking, well, it's not too late. I could slip them in into the text block, but I do think I would need to, for every one I put in, I would need to pull out a sheet. Nope, there's my hubby. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Hubby's on his way home from work. Yes, it is still early in the morning. He actually slept there last night because of the snow that they were anticipating for Toronto. And his company has a very early start every morning, and he wanted to make sure that he was there to get everything going and not have to necessarily try and drive there in a blizzard at like 4 in the morning. It's just easier to sleep at work. And then he's already there. So, but that means he also, he's coming home now. So that's nice. Anyhow, so I forget where I was. So I'm just going to start talking again, and hopefully I'm not too repetitive. Anyhow, so I have these color plates that I want to use, and I thought, well, maybe I can put them in, but I didn't want to take anything out. And they're really cute. They're quite charming. But now I've since decided, I think what I'm going to do is back them onto some sort of light cardstock, heavy kind of paper, but it's not as heavy as a file folder, so it's light. And then I think I might have some fun. I'm going to think about it, whether some of them become pockets or tuck spots, because I think that would be cute. Or whether some of them become like a little paper doll, but could still be written on the back, and then tuck them into something. I'm going to think about it, but no matter what it is, this paper is thin and old, and it needs some fortification, and then I can decide what I'm going to do with them. So I've got 6 of them. So that'll be nice, and I'll find a way to incorporate all of them into at least 6 of the signatures. I love when you find a little flaw from the printmaking process. This must have been folded down when it was being cut and prepared, because that paper, you can see it was larger than it is, and then so it must have been cut while it was folded like that. I love little things like that. All right, so what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to use up my precious 30 minutes gluing. I'm going to trim the white off these and glue these onto some paper here. And oh, I must say, I am very happy with this glue stick. I think it's the first time ever that I have found a glue stick that actually holds. So I'm very, very pleased. So it's a Scotch glue stick, and it says permanent adhesive. And so far, it sure seems like they are actually telling me the truth. Unlike, I mean, I've tried Elmer's. I've tried the Elmer's Extreme. I've tried Yoo-hoo or Oohoo, however you want to pronounce that. I've been very unhappy with all of those. I've tried Staples' own store brand. Didn't like that. I've tried all kinds. The only one I haven't tried, and it's actually Nancy's favorite, is she loves the Target brand glue stick. But we don't have Target anymore in Canada. They closed them all down. I'll never understand why, because they were very popular. We had a Target right here. I live in a little town, and we had a Target, and it was busy every day. We loved our Target, and the town went into mourning when it got closed down. Anyhow, so she loves, and I absolutely trust her opinion on things. She loves her Target glue stick. So maybe someday in the future, when we can cross the border again and it's opened up, I'll get down to Buffalo and get myself some of the Target glue stick and see if I agree with her, which I expect I will. But in the meantime, I was able to get a whole box of these on Amazon, and I'm very happy with it. So my preaching is over for now. I'm going to pause. I'm going to glue these onto here, and then we'll meet back, and these will be glued. So hold on. Forgot to turn my camera back on. So I already got started trimming. Yikes. Oh, hold on. Let's get you back on. Okay. Yeah, so they are all on. I tried to place them so that I would still have room to make use of the rest of this paper, because this is some of my rare paper. It's worth it. Tallulah is worth it. So I used some of this nice paper that I've got. I just didn't want it as heavy as a file folder, and I got tons of file folders. You can get those all the time in thrift stores around where I live. Everything's sticking to me now. But I'm just not sure yet. I'm going to wait for some inspiration as to what I want to do. Why did I put you away? As to what I want to do with there's threads everywhere. You know, whether I want to. Oh, hubby's home. Hold on, I'm going to pause again. He made it. Yay. Okay, he's home. He's had something to eat. And again, now I forget what I was saying. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Righty. So I'm just going down along the edges here, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to, I didn't know whether I was going to make like a paper doll out of her so you can tuck her in and out, or this is light enough that I could. But it's also strong enough that if I want this to be a pocket, I can do that too. So I'm going to wait and look and see what what I feel inspired. There we go. Uh-oh. Where'd the other one go? Oh, well. Oh, it's underneath there. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. Yeah, so I was on my own here last night. Usually I would still at least have my little friend, so that was kind of sad. That was one of the first things that entered my head, because usually when I'm alone here, I still got a pet to talk to, and I talk to them. I even talked to the birds outside. That was the first thing I did this morning. I got up and went out and brushed off all the bird feeders and made sure that they could get to the seeds. And I talked to them and asked them how their night was and hoped it was okay. So we're just, we're not ready yet, but we are, like I said, we're very much pet people. So there'll be a little furry family member at some point. Not yet, though. I feel like your heart needs to be at the point where, yes, your heart is saying, I want a new pet. And not at the point where you're saying, I want my other one back. And right now, I'm still at that point where I just want Dot back. So that's not the time, because that wouldn't be fair to the new little person. So not ready yet, but I will be, and I know I will be. I love animals. And so does my hubby. He's very much an animal person. All right, I think I'm going to take this one right across. That will give me a bigger piece. I wasn't thinking with those other two, but this will at least give me a bigger piece. Look at that. Oh well, not that I use anything that big, but that could actually be, that could go inside a, to make the template to sew the signatures into when it's that long. We'll see. You just never know. And I also saved all of these pictures, had a little saying underneath it. So I saved all these in case I want to find a way to use them with the picture. So okay. Yeah, it was chilly this morning though. I revved up our little snowblower. We got this little snowblower, but boy, is it awesome. It uses one of those newfangled batteries that you can use in your power tools and that. It charges in 30 minutes, and it literally gives me 30 minutes of time, which is more than enough for me to do our driveway and our front sidewalk. And I wanted to be able to get it done while it's still light and fluffy. Hubby would be happy to do it. In fact, he usually scolds me if he gets home and finds out I've done the snow, but it's good for me. And it's not as if I'm shoveling it. I'm pushing this thing around. It's light and fluffy, and it's actually fun. I enjoy it. So I went out and I got that done. And then I came back in. It was so light and fluffy that the snow, and it was windy, so it was blowing everywhere. And I came in the house looking like a snowman. It was all over me, so I had to get everything off. Everything was soaked. Where'd it go? There it is. Looking for this. Everything was soaked, so I had to hang everything up in the laundry room over a heat vent. So I put my jammies back on. except for this is actually my dad's sweater. It's pure wool, so it's a little bit itchy, but boy, is it warm. So I love wearing this sweater. It reminds me of my dad. So that's nice. Nice when you got something like that. Okay. I love the pastel shades in these photos. They just got very soft colors. I guess it was just an ink overlay over the black and white. You can tell. You can see where it wasn't quite dead on in some of the areas where the ink would go over and put a little bit of shading onto it, but I think that's charming. All right, so now normally I would use one of these to make a pocket to go in the final signature, but I have that cool fruit can label in the back, so we need one in the front of this one. So I want to decide what would make a cool pocket. I thought oh, I got paper glued to me. Look at that. Oh, that's really glued down. I don't think that's going to come off till I wash my hands. I thought she might be cool if I just cut around the harp and around her, and she would make a neat, I'm not sure if I'm in. I'm not really in. I can't see my phone screen. There. I thought she would make a nice tuck spot, just a tuck spot rather than a pocket. And I'm still waiting. I'm going to get everything sewn in before I glue down the front page, the original front page. So I think, on the other hand, she might be nice there. No. I love this laying over top of that. No, I do think I want her here. I do think I want her right there. All right, let's do it, because I don't know how much more time I've got. Oh, now I got to decide. No, I do want to. I'm going to curve along the harp. And then, of course, you know what I'm going to do after I cut this. I'm going to ink it. Oh, I'll have to show you a new glue that I'm really happy with, or a new gluing option. I've been watching a few new channels that YouTube suggested to me. One of them, actually, I'll post it down below. Very talented mixed media artist. Her name's Lori Marie Jenkins, I want to say. Lori Marie. Anyhow, I'll put the link down below. Very talented mixed media artist, and she also loves working in altered books, and she does some really cool stuff. I've really been enjoying her videos lately. But anyhow, it was actually on another video, and now I can't remember whose it was, so I'm going to have to find it again and post it. But what she recommended was this Tombow permanent adhesive tape, double-sided tape. And I love Tombow markers. I use Tombow markers all the time. And this is actually a junk journaler, so that'll help me, now that I think about it, that'll help me figure out who it was that recommended this. Not junk journaler, bullet journaler, pardon me. I love watching bullet journal videos. Actually, years ago, bullet journal videos are what helped me find junk journals. Interesting how everything is all interconnected. Anyhow, this particular bullet journaler loves this kind of permanent adhesive tape. And oh dear, no, don't tell me. So I thought, well, I'll order one and see if I like it. And since I love Tombow markers, hopefully I will like their permanent adhesive. And I do. So I'm going to use it to put this in. And maybe I can get that done before I have to sign off because I've used up my 30 minutes again. Ah, my goodness. There we go. So, a little bit here. That would help. Actually, that doesn't matter because I'm going to ink. Let me stand up and check and see how I am for time. Oh, I'm at 31 minutes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause you while I ink this because you don't need to watch me ink. Hold on. Okay, so she's cut out, she's inked. It makes just a nice difference when that edge is inked. Now I'm going to use my Tombow and just run a strip. I hope I'm in camera. Am I? Yes. All right, so, and I hope I don't get cut off. If I got cut off, as ever, thank you so much for visiting with me today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe and healthy and that everyone you love is safe and healthy. Don't stick on that. This stuff sticks really, really strong. And I like it because it's really flat and it doesn't show. There we go. All right. Let's get this and put you. I don't like it too close to this fold because you can bulk up your bend. Does that make sense? Oh, rats, there's a shadow. Okay, I'm talking to myself here. There we go. So that's nice. And then I may use this. This says recital with harp accompaniment, and I may make a little, I don't know. So as you can see here, it's a little tuck spot. And that's my nice one for the front. I think that looks beautiful. All right, I must be out of time, 32 minutes. Take care, everyone. Thanks for visiting with me today, and stay safe. Bye.